pace?
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
okay, I thought
Monday.
you said Monday.
Like mundane, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll take a look at the Kings. Guys, coming into this game, it's been 5 consecutive losses, so confidence obviously will be a key for them tonight.
Kevin, mentally they're in disarray. They're a frayed group right now. Since things went south for them, there's been a visible tightness. You can almost feel it that they've been playing with. No flow to their game, everything disjointed. They've not been able to play good basketball for any quality period of time.
Yeah, they lack the consistency. I mean, they do show flashes at times, but over the course of a long NBA season, you need the consistency far more than you're going to need those flashes. You need to execute from the tip-off to the final buzzer.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Jones, he's in at center. Porzingis is out there with Smith. Then it's Brooks, and it's Afflalo in a shooting guard. Brooks kicks to Afflalo. Back to Brooks. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. On defense, the Knicks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Here's Afflalo following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Pass to Porzingis. To the middle, deflects the pass. And here we go. McLemore heading to the hoop. Misses the layup.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
On the wing, Jones. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Gay misses.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
The feed to Brooks. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Collison. And he lays it up and in. Collison's got his first bucket in this one.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Outside Collison. Releases from 15, and he gets it to go. Collison's got his second basket of the night. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here is Brooks. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Jones against Cousins. Clock at 4. Now here's Collison, the fast break opportunity. To the left side wing. McLemore inside the line, and Jones pulls it down.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. No luck. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on the team and you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
Brooks, the pass to Porzingis. Count the bucket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Collison against Brooks. Back to Diaw from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Aflalo outside. The dish to Brooks. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Gay kicks to Cousins. He feeds it to Collison. A three-pointer off the mark. New York trailing. 1:12 left to play here in the first. Screen by Jones. And Brooks. Here we go. On its way from Aflalo for 2. And he hits it to tie the game up. Sacramento's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now McLemore taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Brooks. Jones in the post. He's guarded by Cousins. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Brooks. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. In the corner, Aflalo with it. It's hauled in by Diaw.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Collison kicks to Diaw. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Gay comes in for Kufis. Then McLemore, he's checked in for Caspi. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. McLemore is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Collison. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Stevenson in a 2-guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets played some outstanding basketball. He picked up 16 points and not a surprise in how he scored. Drew contact and finished at the free throw line. You really couldn't point to too many things he did wrong in what was a complete performance from him, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Knocked away. Collison with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Cousins.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And the Kings making a change here. Diaw's checked in. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He hits the second from the line.
Gay has it rolling and going tonight. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Out left to the wing. Brooks outside. They set the pick. Passes to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jones, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jones has got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
For New York, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. The pass to Calderon. Outside, Jones. He kicks to Brooks. Gay with the block. And now the Kings, fast break. Here's McLemore. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Calderon dishes to Jones. The shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. McLemore. No luck. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Kings lead by 11. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Rudy, some fine defensive work from this team in the first half, and this is the type of play that became a hallmark of the team going back to last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the way we play.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Take a look at what G's done. 9 points and also an assist.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Jones in at center. Smith out there with Porzingis. Then there's a Flalo, and it's Brooks in at the 1 spot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And so Jones nails both of them. Sacramento leading by 9. Feeds to Cousins. Shot on the wing, and it's good. Cousins has got 8 points.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Inside, poke loose. Kicks it to Gay. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or to become alarmed about it.
Rudy Gay hits them both. Knicks trail by 13. Brooks with it. Picked up by Collison. Brooks, the pass to Porzingis. And a Flalo kicks to Smith. Pass to Porzingis. A 3-ball. That is good. Porzingis has got 5 now.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Brooks. He's around 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Gay in the corner. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Knicks trail by 10. Brooks with it. Picked up by Collison. Brooks dishes to Jones. goes in for the dunk.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And the basket by Diop.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
New York moving it around. Here's Jones. Nice D from Cousins.
Yeah, but they're 3 or 4 to start the second half.
Gay kicks to Collison. Puts it up from 17, and he recovers it. He dishes it to McLemore. Count the bucket. McLemore's got 7.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And the basket good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Sacramento Kings dance team. Here's Collison. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Sacramento, McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Boris Diaw is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Collison in at the point. Gay can't hit.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Inside, here's Jones. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 7th assist in the game. To the inside, and that one's good. Cousins.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Dishes it to Smith. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Flash, and it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Aaron Aflalo, who's checked in for New York. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. Well, you can sense the urgency with them now. I mean, right here, they're flat in the first half, but they've come out here in the second half with a lot more fire and a lot more intensity. You can see they're driven to get things done.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Cousins against Jones. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And New York making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Collison against Brooks. They set the pick. Collison kicks to Cousins. Back to Collison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The baseline J. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Jones, the pass to Porzingis. Rebound by the Kings. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the dunk by McLemore.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Collison kicks to McLemore. Diaw with a screen on Afflalo. There's McLemore. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Excellent game we've seen from DeMarcus Cousins. 12 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
That free throw good from Cousins. Second free throw, no good.
They're just around 60% from the line for the game right now. They shot it pretty well in the first half, but they've just fallen apart here in the second.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
There's the pick. Screen by Cousins. Gay against Smith. Here's Cousins. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Knicks trail by 11. Brooks outside. And Jones has it in the corner. And stolen by Cousins. Gay with it, guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Gay outside. There's the three. And that one's good. Gay's got 9 points now in just the second half.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Jones, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so Jones nails both of them. Here's Collison. Pass to Cousins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
At the line for two. And that one falls for Cousins. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. A minute 42 left in the game. Brooks dishes to Jones. Stolen by Collison. And here we go. McLemore heading to the hoop.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Kings.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for him too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of two that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a two-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game two that they had tonight.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Cousins. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
He's perfect from the line this time.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
For the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Porzingis. Derek Williams comes in for Smith. And it's Grant in for Aaron Brooks. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Rondo passes to Caspi. Off the pick. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's Jones, and he jams it with authority.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present DeMarcus Cousins.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
The thing I like most about Cousins is the passion he plays the game with. Maybe he rubs some people the wrong way, but I don't want my big man smiling all the time. I want my big man to be mean.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the
It's just great to be a part of something that you grew up playing.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for Road to the Finals. And be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop of the week. Check out our interview with Pacers All-Star forward Paul George.
It's just great to be a part of something.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for Road to the Finals. And be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop. Tune in now. Check out our interview with Pacers All-Star forward Paul George.
It's just great to be a part of something that you grew up playing.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for Road to the Finals. And be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop of the week. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. For Portland, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never
but
wear
the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said,
DJ Khaled.
home of the Trailblazers in beautiful Portland, Oregon. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Back in Portland, the Trailblazers kick off the beginning of a homestand. They know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
Yeah, but I see a team with a chance to make some major noise as the season progresses. It's just a matter of unlocking that potential amongst the players.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Jones in at center. Smith out there with Porzingis. Then it's Brooks, and it's Afflalo in at the shooting guard position.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Here's Porzingis following the score by Damian Lillard. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Aminu. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Knicks ball. Here is Brooks. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Jones with the screen on Lillard. The drive by Brooks, and that one's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And Aminu kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Henderson. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Brooks kicks to Jones. The kick out to Afflalo, stolen by Henderson. And now Portland on the break. Henderson with the ball. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Trailblazers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Now here's Brooks. Smith outside. The pass to Jones. Plumlee with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Lillard kicks to Henderson from outside the arc. Lillard misses.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. New York, no good that time either.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Plumlee, and he dunks it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the sure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Trailblazers leading by 6. And it's Aminu in the corner. Kaman passes to Henderson. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Shot clock at 5. Lillard attacking. Shot is off. Nice D from Brooks. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Smith. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it right waiting for him.
Henderson, no one around him. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Brooks, the pass to Blatch. Inside, Jones. Shot is off. And it's Portland the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really
can't guard us on the perimeter now. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
For the Trailblazers, Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Davis. And then for the Trailblazers, Plumlee, he's checked in for Kaman. Aminu comes in for Porter. And it's Henderson for Damian Lillard. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu. Rivers out there with Henderson. Then there's Vonleh. And it's Plumlee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Aminu. Here's Rivers. No good with the triple. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings was superb. He finished with 27 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Safe to say he is out of his funk after a game like this. He'll try to keep up this pace now, guys.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game. You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
It's Henderson on the wing. Stolen by Brooks. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Cleveland. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out New York, just way behind.
Well, I think for New York, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's been the kind of average start that most had predicted.
Well, at least they haven't self-destructed. I mean, they're right there with all the other teams in the thick of the early playoff chase.
Now here's Rivers. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
And so it's New York with it. Portland making their last shot. Brooks with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Tipped away. It's stolen by Davis. Grant against Rivers. Passes it to Plumlee. He dishes it to Davis. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Knicks trail by 10. Grant with the ball. And Jones now atop the key. That's good. Jones has got 5 now.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
And it's Aminu in the corner. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Chris Kaman has checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Rivers.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
We got a moment here.
Rotate.
Let's look at the last month.
Quit being so soft.
In the NBA. First in opponent points per game. Second in fewest turnovers per game. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And as you mentioned, they've been the best in limiting opponents' points per game. I mean, they really take the life out of a team's offense, grinding things to a halt.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Porter. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Clock at 6. Lillard misses. Knicks trail by 9. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Here's Jones, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Here's Brooks. Portland making their last shot. Porzingis passes to Jones. Comes up empty down low. Trailblazers leading by 9. 13 feet away. And there's Porter on the assist by Lillard.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
Pass to Jones. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Lopez, he's checked in for Porzingis. And that one's good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Brooks kicks to Lopez. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it. I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Here's Jones. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
That'll do it for the first half. Portland out in front. They're up by 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. We came out and laid an egg that first half, straight up. Right now, any change to wake us up would be welcome. But we know we can play a lot better than that.
Hang tough, young man. Kevin, this league is not easy on the young ones.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime. The second half just about to get going here. Freak really making a difference here.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Jones, he's in at center. Aflalo is out there with Brooks. Then it's Smith, and it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. And that one's good by Davis.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Now here's Jones. It's stolen by Aminu. And they're on the break. Here's Lillard. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Knicks trail by 15. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Now Henderson. He's got 9. And Portland again with the bucket.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Here for Portland. Chris Kaman is checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Davis. Otto Porter Jr. He's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Austin Rivers in for Gerald Henderson. It's tipped. Lopez with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Brooks has got the ball. Feeds it to Jones. Brooks against Rivers. Here's Jones, and he slams it one-handed.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Rivers kicks to Lillard. 51 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot from 12, and it's sent back by Lopez. Rivers can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 21. Aflalo dishes to Jones. The kick out to Williams. New York moving the ball around. And Brooks gets it to go.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Kaman a screen on Brooks.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. Knicks trail by 19. Williams passes to Brooks. Down low. Here's Jones. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is on Kaman. The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Here's Lillard. 1 second left, and that's not going to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. New York's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Damian Lillard out there with Henderson. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Davis in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Roof shots.
And that one misses. No luck that time either. Knicks trail by 18. Pass to Porzingis. Brooks right side. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Brooks has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for New York. And Lillard kicks to Anderson. The dish to Plumlee. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. New York shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's Jones, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Some good numbers for Jones. 15 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Lillard outside. It's Henderson on the wing. To the paint. Here's Plumlee, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Jones, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. The first one falls.
2 shots.
And so Jones nails both of them. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Inside, here's Plumlee. The Knicks pull it in. Jones has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Brooks outside. Dishes it to Aflalo. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Lillard with no one around. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half. On the wing, Jones. Wide open. New York, no good that time either.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Lillard kicks to Plumlee. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 8 rebounds in this game. Brooks dishes to Jones. Here's Porzingis. Misses off the right iron. Trailblazers leading by 19. The feed to Aminu. On the wing, Davis. And they double up Davis. Here's Lillard. Nails it from the high post. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last
starting
game.
to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the paint. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side.
Knicks trail by 21. Left side, Jones. Down low, Aflalo. And too long on the shot.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Here's Davis, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Jones. To end the run. Plumlee with some nice D.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Lillard attacking. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Looking at the game for Plumlee, 12 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
That one is off.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Nice shot by Smith.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
All right, I want everyone to give it up for your Blazer.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Plumlee is checked in for Portland. Jones checked in for New York. For New York, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Knicks.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Damian Lillard. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Porter. Defense right on him. Rivers passes to Keenan. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Damian Lillard. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before. But it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
What I like most about Lillard is that you never see him play out of control. He's got a poise that not very many guys have, point guard or otherwise. And there's no question about his scoring ability. Just look at what he did tonight.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
You know, it's just great to be a part of something that you grew up playing.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for road to the finals. Be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop of the week. Tune in. Check out our interview with Pacers All-Star forward Paul George.
You know, it's just great to be a part of something that you grew up playing.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for road to the finals. And be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop of the week. Tune in now. Check out our interview with Pacers All-Star forward Paul George.
You know, it's just great to be a part of something that you grew up playing.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for road to the finals. And be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop of the week. Tune in now. Our interview with Pacers All-Star forward Paul George.
Part of something that you grew up playing.
Then we have some tips on getting your 2K Pro-Am team ready for road to the finals. And be sure to vote on your top 2K TV WoW Alley-Oop of the week. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Utah Jazz. For this Jazz squad, they've been dealing with a lot of challenges. Only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. And here in the early going, some teams already fulfilling their potential while others struggling out of the gate. Shaq, how big a deal are these initial outcomes?
Ernie, let me tell you something. I hated losing, period. Didn't matter if it was early, late, whatever. I expected to win every time out.
Well, the reality is of it, you have 82 games. So if you get too high or too low in your little valleys or your peaks, you're going to be in big trouble. But every loss and every
It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Take a look at Utah. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
And Kevin, things really...
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
A good old-fashioned chin check right there.
Hayward goes in. Here's Hood. It's good from long range.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
A follow outside. And stolen by Hood. In transition, here come the Jazz. Exum leading the charge, and Hayward gets it to go.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
Yes, Kevin, the crucial aspect for them, in his mind, is going to be making things tough inside for their opponent. He said they're physical, they like to mix it up. If we don't respond in kind, they'll push us around, and we'll get bullied all game. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Here's Favors. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Kicks it to Jones, and stolen by Favors. Here's Hayward, and that one is stuffed right through.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
There's a screen. And Gobert kicks to Hayward. And again, it's Utah.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Porzingis, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jazz.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Utah leading by 3. Exum with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Utah shooting their first free throws of the night right here. First one falls for him. Lopez, he's checked in for Porzingis. Utah also making some changes. Trevor Booker comes in for Gobert. And it's Burke in for Dante Exum. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And he makes the first. And the Jazz making a change. Utah leading by 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they've got. Jones, he's in at center. Calderon is out there with a Flalo. Then it's Smith, and it's O'Quinn in at the 4. And it's a Flalo penetrating, can't cash in from close range. The Jazz shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Lyles no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
O'Quinn can't hit.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
They get it back. Gobert the pass to Lyles. Exum with a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Exum's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Jazz.
And this is an important game for him. I mean, he's back in his hometown. I think he could be a factor. He's around friends and family. You're getting that good home cooking as well. That usually comes with that. And I think when you're playing against any team, and even though you're on the road like this, it's not really a normal road game per se. I'm expecting to see a solid outing from him tonight.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. To the paint. Shots good by Lyles. Lyles got 6 points. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to Minnesota.
And if there's one aspect of the game that really stood out for me, it was the rebounding. Basketball is about possessions, and you saw a noticeable difference in terms of the effort both teams were putting forward.
Simply got outworked under the boards, guys. I mean, that's the no-brainer of the deal. I mean, they got pushed around all game long.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He ended with 23 points and did a good portion of his work from the free throw line as he drew a good number of fouls. This was just the game he needed to snap the cold spell he was in. That has to be a major relief for his team, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high. There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Pass to Lyles, uncovered. No good. So New York will take it the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now here's Calderon. Defense is right there. Ball's knocked loose. Jones dishes to O'Quinn. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Pass to Lyles. He feeds it to Exum. Gobert with a screen on a follow. Exum hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Exum's got 8 points here in this quarter. Group in for the Knicks. Lopez, he's checked in. And we finished one.
Josh, what do you need?
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been a clinic out there by Dante Exum.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. And it's Hayward in at the small forward.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Favors with a wide-open look. Aflalo pulls it in.
High-quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Exum with it, now guarded by Aflalo. Favors with the screen. Hayward against Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Exum, and there's another one for the Jazz.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Smith outside. He kicks it to Jones. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Exum kicks to Favors, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Jones. He's been more than solid over the last month. First in free throw percentage, 14th in field goal percentage, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And it's nice when you've got a guy who doesn't miss much from the line. You just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been automatic this season.
Jose Calderon, he's checked in for the Knicks. Utah also making some changes. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Burke in for Dante Exum. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Brooks. Jazz leading by 13. Burke kicks to Favors. There's the pick. Smith against Hayward. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. The Knicks making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. Hayward on the wing, covered by Smith. Burke hits the front of the rim and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
To the inside, and Jones slams it home.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Utah's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's deflected, and now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Drops in the breakaway layup. Brooks has got 9 points.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
No coverage that time. He's got 8.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Some of the great passing small forwards in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. The 4th spot held by Gordon Hayward.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
Hood gets the bucket.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Here is Calderon. On the wing, Jones. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. It's rebounded by New York.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Calderon passes to O'Quinn. Williams dishes to Jones. Williams kicks to Jones. 1:29 left to play in the third. Hayward on the wing. Down low. Booker uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got his second basket of the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's Lyles. The Knicks pull it in. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. Brooks, the pass to O'Quinn. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Hayward's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dishes to Burke. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 6 points for Trey Burke.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
And O'Quinn kicks to Calderon. Now here's Brooks. Burke covering. Brooks misses.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now Burke. 6 points for him. Hayward left side. That drops. Hayward's got 12 in the game.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Well, and we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Jones checked in for New York. And Utah with a change here, too. Booker's checked in. Jones in at center. Smith is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Brooks. And it's Afflalo in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. And stolen by Favors. For the finish, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
And what a game for Jones. 13 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
And Utah making a change here. Hood's checked in. Exum dishes to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. In the corner, it's Hayward. Fires from deep, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. They set the pick. That's tipped. Stolen by Exum. Gobert the screen. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. And Utah another 3.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And really, just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Williams comes in for Josh Smith. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Aaron Brooks. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Jazz.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Hayward. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Four on the clock. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
No good on the quick 3.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Grant the pass to Jones. Knocked away. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 13-5 run here. Passes to Lyles. Nato, he's guarded by Calderon. There's the pick. Back to Hayward, and so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Derek, what were...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Gordon Hayward. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
You got to love Gordon Hayward. He's going to get you rebounds, he's going to get you assists, and you know he's going to get you points. And there's a motor on this fella that will not quit. Hayward never stops working. He's one of the most exciting stars in the league.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for